getting cold in your area yet. You know, we just came out of Thanksgiving time, and now we're moving into the holiday season. Now we're finishing up all our pumpkin spice, and now it's getting ready to really get spicy. Today we're going to do pancakes that are spicy. We're going to do gingerbread pancakes and eggnog pancakes. I want to bring on all that spice. So let's get to it. In this bowl I have 1 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and I'm adding a teaspoon of baking powder. Make sure it's fresh, not last year's. And I'm going to add in 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And let me just tell you why. Because I am adding molasses. And so if you do anything like add molasses or use brown sugar, you want to use a little baking soda to help it to rise. And I'm going to mix it up and set it aside. Now to my liquid bowl, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Now you can use dark. Dark has a little bit more molasses in it, so you might want to just back up a little bit on the molasses. But I'm using light brown sugar here. And I'm also going to be adding the spices. And what you see, let me see if you can see this pretty good. And it smells so wonderful. Smells like Christmas. In here, and all of these spices are fresh within the last month. So they're really going to flavor this pancake. Now if you got spices from last Christmas in your cabinet, just know it's not going to be as potent as a new bottle or jar would be. I have 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. It's getting a little hot in here. Okay, so 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. But remember, you can adjust the spices according to your taste. We have 1/2 teaspoon of allspice, 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/8 teaspoon of cloves. And you know, cloves can be a little overpowering. So, and if you don't have 1/8 teaspoon at home, it's just 1/4 teaspoon. So you can kind of guess. I'm going to add this to the sugar. Ooh, it smells so good. Ooh, Grandma, open up. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons of molasses. Now this will make your pancakes nice and moist. This is just an original unsulfured molasses. If you use something like a black strap, it's going to be too bitter. But if you like that flavor, hey, do what you got to do. All right, to Grandma. And I'm just going to mix that up because I'm going to pour in my butter, add an egg, and now I have an egg here, and I'm just going to beat this up. And with pancakes, you just want to lightly mix it. It's okay if you see a little bit of lumps in your batter. You don't want to mix it up too. You don't want to over mix your batter. So it's best to go ahead and mix that egg up really well now. Also, we have some cold coffee. I'm going to get my coffee fix and my pancake fix at the same time. I have here 3/4 cup of milk, the 4 tablespoons of melted butter, and I'm going to go ahead and add that to my liquid bowl. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. That looks about a teaspoon to me. And I'm going to mix it just a little bit. I'm not going to add that egg into this warm butter, that's for sure. We're going to have scrambled eggs in there. And I'm not going to add all my milk at this time. Just going to probably do about half. It's about 1/4 cup of cold coffee. Now my mother would always make homemade pancakes for us when we were young. So we grew up making pancakes from scratch and not out of a box. Of course, as we got older, we started using a box. And from time to time, if I don't have a box, or if I'm in a mood for some really good homemade pancakes, I will make them. It's not hard. I'm going to go ahead and add mixed egg. I don't know why I'm using a spoon. Counterproductive. Now I was going to use my electric griddle because I think it heats more evenly than the gas. But if you don't have any of this, you can use a heavy bottom pan. If you got an iron skillet, it's perfect. But use what you have to use, but just be mindful of the temperature. So I'm just going to put this up here because I cannot find it in my cord. I am always misplacing stuff. And now we're just going to mix the dry and the liquid, or the wet. I'm going to pour this first. Mix it really well. And I'm going to let you see this. I don't even think that I need to use the other milk. And as you see, I'm just trying to incorporate all that. Look, if you're at the age that I'm at right now, you already have your preference. If you like thin pancakes, if you like them nice and fluffy, or if you like them heavy, that's pretty much, you've already determined that. So me, I love pancakes either way. Sometimes I'll make the batter really thin and then I'll fry them in a little oil or butter so those edges get nice and crispy. So, as you see, I have lumps in here. Now, if you use butter while you're cooking, just know that it's a potential that it can get a little brown. You know, a little brown butter won't hurt you. But you can always just lightly oil the pan. And if you're like me, I like my butter on top. So we'll go ahead and get that started for you. Now I'm just going to use a little vegetable or canola oil, just lightly. This is already a non-stick pan. And I just use a little ladle. I've been known to use a ladle, a measuring cup, whatever's your normal way of making your pancakes. That's what you do. Pancakes don't take a long time, but just remember, because you got molasses and brown sugar in this, you do not want to put it up too high because there's a lot of sugar in this batter. These are on the thick side because I love thick pancakes, but remember, you had enough milk. If you like yours thinner, you can look at your batter and tell mine is moving, but not a lot. In a few minutes will do. When you start seeing it bubbling up, or especially around the edges, that's when you're going to flip it, just like with your regular pancakes. I can smell it. Ooh, it smells so good. They're not, I don't have the prettiest pancakes, but I bet you they're going to taste good. Now I can see the edges are starting to get a little cooked. It's not quite bubbling yet, but you can always do a test to check on your heat. Okay. Ooh. I shouldn't have touched it. Turn up my heat just a little. That's my ugly pancake because I messed with it too early. That's the tester pancake. You know you have to have a tester pancake, right? Once you flip it, that's 1 minute, onto my plate they go. Well, I don't know if this one's going to make it on the plate. Just to let you see it, I folded it in half. It's hot. Ooh, it's hot, 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 hot. There we go, people. I can't hold it for so long. But I folded it in half and broke it so you can see that's fully cooked. Now I'm going to make a few more. Let's see what this looks like. Alrighty. Don't be afraid if you see it. I don't know if that's going to be finished because I don't know what the heat source is. You look and see. That's not as bubbled as the rest because it's at the front. But you'll see that little dark ring. That's okay. It's not burnt. That's just the sugars, the pancake cooking. It makes it darker. Now, normally around this time of the year, the eggnog goes into my everyday coffee, but it's going in my pancakes today. Let me show y'all. But that's all right. It don't have to be pretty to taste good. Nice and soft. I don't know if this is real. All right, here we go. We got another one. And again, you can see that steam rising off. Nice and spongy. Ooh. Let me do the taste test. As you can see, they're nice and fluffy. Nice little size there. We have our eggnog pancakes and our ginger. Don't they look wonderful? Now I'm gonna finish off this ginger with a little sauce here. Oh, this might be too much, huh? Never too much. And you can pour this in a jar and reheat it up, reconstitute it with a little bit more water here. Thank you for watching this. I hope that you are able to make these for you and your family, especially on a nice cold morning, and you want to give them a nice special treat. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.